next up with the Pict / Scottish infantry with hand weapons, and I've tried to give them a bit of variety in their hand weapons. Most of them have got axes, which would have been a very common weapon for anyone to have, as most households would have had an axe as a utility tool. So it only seems logical that if you were called on to go and defend the lands of your lord, you would pick up your axe if you didn't own something posher like a sword, like this guy and this guy. This guy here has got not so much of a sword, but a long knife, like a seax, something like that. Same with this guy here, he's got like a very short sword. And that seemed to me to be a good mix of weapons for them to have. A lot of them have got little knives on their belts as well, which would have been a secondary weapon for them. You see on these I've added a few with cloaks, hooded cloaks, which is quite common. If you've ever been to Scotland, you'll know why. It's not the driest place on earth. So these kind of hoodies, if you like, with little old tassels down there. These are based on a find from Orkney, where they found one of these. There's like just a hood with lots of tassels. The tassels were actually a lot longer than this, but I made them shorter just for ease of casting. But that was a common piece of dress, it would seem. So I've done them on a few figures. And I kind of like the hooded look. I think it looks pretty good. These are all in fairly active poses, charging forward, which is kind of what you want with your Picts. They're not really a defensive army, but these would also mix well in with a later Scottish kind of war band. It's like the ones that couldn't be bothered standing there with spears; they're just charging with what they had, and that's my theory anyway. So I did a lot of, I based them on the same dolls again, the same 4 poses, but as you can see the arms have been changed and the heads have been changed quite a lot to give a much more variety in the actual poses that they have, which will add to the effect when you paint them all up. If you have one of each pack of infantry with the spearmen, you'll get a whole unit that looks very, very different, giving that much more realistic aesthetic appeal that I find I like in a war games unit. So yeah, that's the guys with hand weapons. Next up will be the spearmen.
Hear ye, hear ye. Footsore miniatures, 28mm historical miniatures. Footsore takes pride in the highest quality metal models, available in the UK, US and worldwide. Footsore believes in delivering high quality products. Find out more at footsoreminiatures.co.uk.